Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be having my coffee this morning while I do this quick little demo of the new Chanel bronzer. I did get the new color, which is medium. I never purchased the first original color that was reformulated I think a year ago, just because I had still my old formula in that same color. So I just didn't feel the need to purchase another one, you know, and have it just sit in a drawer, because this new one only has a shelf life of 12 months. The other one lasted much longer. So as you can see, this is a very big product. You get 1 ounce of cream bronzer in here. Okay, that's a lot. I wear makeup every day and I have my own YouTube channel, so I use my makeup a lot. And even with all the use I was giving it, it took me an entire year to get through this bronzer. So look how beautiful that brand new swirl. It does have a scent. It's not a pleasant one. It's not that typical Chanel scent. I don't like the way that this smells, but I'm sure I won't be smelling it. I won't be able to smell it once I put it on. If you have, it comes with this protective lid. If you have the lid, do not throw it out. It is supposed to be kept on the product to keep it from drying out. And then you have the beige CCs to keep with the theme of the Le Beiges line. So anyway, I didn't purchase the original color because of that, and so I don't have the original color to compare to this one. But I mean, I'm so late to the game that you guys have probably already seen like 25 of these videos, so it's not like I'm bringing you something revolutionary. I'm totally aware I am, but you know, I do it again. So grab your morning coffee and let's go ahead and get started. If you see some stuff in the background, my mom is staying with us until she finds a home. She's currently on the market to buy a house. She recently moved near us, and so she's staying with us for a little while. And so, you know, we just have a lot of stuff right now, so ignore it. I tried to put a blanket that was the same color of my wall, but for those of you who are very detail oriented, that's why that's there. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is using my Chanel Ultra, what is this called? Ultra Le Teint foundation. This is my favorite foundation from Chanel, #1. Then it's the Velvet, and then it's the Lumiere Aqua or Aqua Lumiere. This is in BD41. So I'm usually in this one BD31, but right now I'm a little bit tan, and it's a little frustrating because I'm between colors. So I'm not dark enough for BD41, but I'm also too dark for BD31. So I'm in between those shades right now. So if it doesn't completely match my neck, you know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use a beauty blender. I only use 1 pump of this on my face, and then this is how I spread it out before I start working it in. I think that 1 pump for me is enough because this foundation is full coverage, and so a little goes a long way. Mind you, I'm having a good skin month, right? But when I have some blemishes, I use 2 pumps. But yeah, 1 pump is more than enough to get that light airbrushed look I like from this foundation. So the reason I like this foundation, and this is my #1 foundation from Chanel, is not because it's full coverage, right? Because there's like a ton of other really awesome full coverage foundations out in the market. The reason I love it is because I have combination oily skin. I live in Florida and the humidity is out of control, so you can only imagine that exacerbates all the oils on my face. And this foundation legit is the only foundation on the market that actually controls my oils. I don't know the science is behind it, because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't know any of this stuff. All I know is that it works. And I was introduced to this foundation because I had made a purchase like 4 or 5 years ago at a Chanel counter. I was buying, I don't know, I think it was lipstick, and they offered me a free makeover. And Michelle, the person who did my makeover, I'm looking at my Ricky mirror here because the viewfinder's too tiny, used this foundation on me, and I went out to dinner after to a restaurant in Florida outside. Okay. Usually people in Florida, we don't go to restaurants to sit outside. We don't do those things. Not in the middle of summer. No. No. I mean, you're lucky if you catch us during what we call winter here, okay? But we don't sit outside. We don't. That's not a thing we do. Unless you really want to eat there and there's no place to sit inside and you don't want to wait. But so I sat outside with my husband, and I kid you not, I'm really over blending this. I'm like, I've been done blending this foundation for the past 2 minutes. Sorry, I'm distracted. Anyway, we leave dinner, we eat to our heart's content, and when I get to the car and I open, you know, the little mirror on the visor, and I look at myself, I'm like, what? Why isn't my face covered in oil? What's going on? What's going on? Why isn't my face looking like Duville? It wasn't. It was perfection. Perfection. Mind you, we were there for like a drink and appetizer. Okay, so I think the longest we were there was 30 minutes. We just kind of wanted to wind down, kind of have a quick little snack, spend some time with each other, have a conversation. I was, when I say thoroughly impressed, I had to call back the counter and I was like, Michelle, what did you put on my face? Because was it like a finishing powder? You know, and she was like, no, Isabel, I used the Ultra Teint foundation. And at that time, I wasn't using any of the Chanel foundations. The only thing I would buy from them was like lipsticks and eyeshadows and lip glosses. I was like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna purchase that foundation. And so be it. I've never looked back. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Bare Minerals setting powder. Oh no, I did. What am I doing? Wow. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm all over the place. Let's go ahead and start with the bronzer. Yeah, that's why we're here. Yeah, Isabel, that's why we're here. Okay. So, if you guys are not familiar with this bronzer, this is just a really, really good product. I think that this is the most economical product you can buy from Chanel, being a luxury beauty brand. So if you're dipping your toes into the luxury brand world and you're looking for a good bronzer, I would start with this one. Mind you, this is a new formula, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I haven't used this. This is my first time dipping into this, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to ruin that perfection, but we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. I'm using my Refer number 4 brush, which I'm assuming is good for cream products. And I'm just lightly dipping this because I don't know how pigmented this is gonna be. Why don't I swatch it first? Why don't I do that? So this is the finger swatch. And let's go ahead and apply this to the back of the hand. Let me get myself situated. So this is one layer. And this is the medium, so you can already tell how light it is. Let's go ahead and build that up. And it's very smooth. This is much more emollient than the original formula, so I really don't know how this is going to, I'm gonna put a third layer. I don't know how this is gonna work with my oily skin, but I'll keep you guys posted. And then that's 3 layers. So you can definitely build it up just like the original formula. The original formula was also very light, but there's only 1 color. So they've expanded their colors now, but it was buildable. So if you just wanted to build that sucker up, you could. You could never get it dark enough to get anywhere near someone with like deeper skin tones, but you can work that puppy in. So again, I'm going in with my reference number 4 brush, and I'm just gonna lightly tap that in. Okay, I may have picked up too much, so let's distribute. And I'm using stippling motions because this is a really emollient product, and I don't want to disturb my foundation that I just laid down. Did you see how beautifully that blended in? And I'm barely working. So I like a very subtle bronzer, so I would stay here. And because I am a little bit tan, I think that the original color wouldn't work for me. I think it'd be way too light, so I'm glad I didn't pick it up. It would be something that I would be able to wear when I'm not tan, like during the winter season. And again, I'm just working that in. And so for those of you who are new to this channel, I obviously work in front of a mirror with natural light. I don't have a window on this side, so I've noticed that in my videos, this side of my face always looks like it has like a shadow and the colors look darker, and it's just because I don't have natural light hitting me on this side. So this side looks like this side. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So see, when I turn my face, I do have less product. I have worked that in. Just trying to get my hair out of the way. And this reference number 4 brush actually works really well. It has not disturbed the foundation underneath, as you can see, that really smooth blended application. And then let me turn to this side. I do have some acne scars and some freckles on this side, so try to see past that. All right, now I'm gonna move on to blush. So then we'll get into like my overall thoughts on this. Just making sure I put on that plastic lid right and correctly. All right, I am gonna be using my Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. And this is the highlight and blush I've been using for the summer. I'm gonna use my Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty A507 brush. And I love this brush, you guys. I usually wear mostly powder products, and that foundation that I just laid down is a matte finish without making you look dry. And I have had so much trouble using this Natasha Denona cream bronzer because the brush was not picking things up well. Remember, I use mostly powder products, so I am getting some powder, plus I'm mixing other products because blush is layered on top of other makeup products. And it has just been really difficult to use this product. And I think it was because I may not have been using the right brush, and that is the importance of having the right tools to make your makeup look amazing. So I think that I wasn't using makeup brushes that were designed for cream products, and for this cream blush you are going to need a brush that is for cream products. When I pulled this sucker out, I was like, let me just try this brush, because first of all, I'm gonna be honest, it was the only blush brush I had that was clean. So I was like, it was a Hail Mary. I was like, let me just try it and let's see what happens. And I was that many days old when I realized that you must use a cream geared makeup brush for a cream blush if you're not gonna be using your fingers, right? And amazing. Look at that. Look at that beautiful seamless brush. So this looks like super bright in the pan, but look how light it applies, and you can continue to build it. And I'm using stippling motions. I'm not swiping my brush. I'm just tap, 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 tap. Now, I do like a little brighter blush now during the summertime. So I am building that up. Look how pretty that is. And then, because the highlighter is a powder, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face first with my Bare Minerals Translucent Setting Powder. It's the Mineral Veil. You guys know I've been using this for decades. And I'm just using an IT Cosmetics powder brush from Ulta. This is really old. I've had this brush forever and it's just amazing. All of the IT Cosmetic brushes are awesome. I mean, I'm fairly new to using the BK Beauty brushes, but I am like, I'm beyond impressed is what I am. Now, I haven't done an entire video on that yet, just because remember, I like to see durability. I want to see when I wash them and I dry them and then I continue to use them, are they gonna stand the test of time? Because like I said, my IT Cosmetic brushes and my Real Technique brushes have lasted a really long time, so I can vouch for them. So if you guys have owned BK Beauty brushes forever and they are just as good, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to know. Because I've been using, I only own the Angie Hot and Flashy set, and the only face brush that comes in there is this one, and I am super impressed by how well they're working. Okay, so I'm done setting my face. Now let's go in with the highlight. So I'm gonna use a very light brush. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm gonna dip into this, what seems like a baked gelée formula. And I'm just gonna press this. Okay, I could swipe it. Just wanted to make sure I didn't have any kind of tackiness on the skin. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'm gonna build it up just for the sake of this video, but I would have stopped right there. I usually don't wear a very, oh wow, my hair is out of control today. I like to take a little bit to the temples. Oh, look how pretty that highlight is. It's beautiful. This is one of my favorite highlight shades that I own. And now, because it's baked gelée, I don't know, I'm so used to tapping excess off my brush, but with a baked gelée product, you never get kick up, and that's the beauty of a baked gelée product. I love it. Let me swatch this for you guys. I'm gonna swatch the blush too. So the blush does dry down into like a soft satin finish. Oh wait, I forgot the highlight. So here's a finger swatch, right? Look how beautiful. I love this combination. Let me just, I'm building it up for you guys. Look how beautiful that looks. And this is currently on sale at Sephora, so if you've been curious about it and you haven't picked it up, now's the time. I can't remember if I paid full price for this. I probably did, who knows, or maybe I got it on sale. Next, let's go ahead and prime my lids. I'm using my Urban Decay primer potion, and I am going to be demoing the new colors I picked up from Bobbi Brown. I picked up two colors, a Moonstone and Incandescent. I did want to pick up, I think it's Peach Mimosa and Sunrise Pink, but it was only offered on the Bobbi Brown website. I haven't been able to find those colors at Ulta or Sephora, so hopefully they come soon, because I want my points, you know. Okay, Now that that's done, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swatch these for you individually, and then I'm gonna do a look using them. Okay, if you can hear my baby in the background, I'm sorry. My mother-in-law's here watching her today. So the first one I'm gonna swatch for you guys is Moonstone. And this is a reformulated cream eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown. And it's supposed to last longer. I mean, the other ones lasted a really long time, but this is supposed to be even more long lasting. So here we have Moonstone. So as you can see, it is a champagne shimmery shade. Like, how beautiful is that? Let me see if my camera's gonna focus. Isn't that pretty? It's very soft and just, it's delicate. Next, I got Incandescent, which is a duochrome product. This one, the Moonstone, is a multi-chrome. So you get silver, you get champagne in there. So here is Incandescent, and I'm gonna swatch it next to Moonstone. This is a really bright shade, and I think this is perfect for the summer. I just don't see myself wearing this any other time of the year other than summer. Look how pretty that is. This color reminds me of the new Eyes to Memorize colors that came out from Charlotte Tilbury, her little pot shadows. She came out with a color that's similar to Incandescent, and I think it's Sunrise Glow or Sunset Glow. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna apply Incandescent all over the lid, and I'm going to use my crease prep brush from Real Techniques, which is like this angled flat round brush, because I am going to be using this all over the lid, and I'm really excited to try this formula. So I'm going to start off with a light layer because this color seems very strong, very bright. And I'm just blending that out. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, that's better. So this is what one layer blended out looks like. Let's go ahead and add another layer, just to get that brightness. I also want to see how they build. And then I'm going to go in my brush and kind of just blend it out. So you do have time actually to work with the product, because I always find that sometimes when a product is long lasting, it dries really quickly and it doesn't give you enough time to blend it out. But this looks good. Let me get my magnified mirror here so that I can see what the heck I am doing. Just evening out any bald spots I may have. Okay. Yeah. That's really nice. Let's do the other eye. So because I like this eye, I'm gonna go ahead and just apply what I want from the get-go. And then I'll blend it out. So the stick is very, it's emollient. It's much more emollient than her matte ones that are also, they're also long lasting, but obviously because it is a matte formula, it's not going to be as emollient. This is, you can definitely feel its emollients from the stick. It has a little, slight coolness to it. And one thing to note when you are using this eyeshadow stick it actually stays up. I find it really annoying when you use cream shadow sticks and as you're applying it, the bullet rolls down. I hate that. Am I the only one who hates that? It's really annoying. So very good design, you know, mechanism. Bobbi Brown has one of the best cream shadow sticks, so I didn't realize that that she could even improve something that was already good, that was already amazing, you know what I mean? Now let's go in with Moonstone, and I want to use this as an inner corner highlight. This is one layer, and I'm gonna kind of blend it in to this shadow. How pretty is that? And I'm not gonna use a brush. I don't want to disturb what's happening there. Actually, I'm kidding. Let me use my finger. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that effect. It's got that brightening. This is a really bright shade, so a little bit goes a long way. You want to be very light-handed with this if what you're using it for is that corner highlight. I'm just gonna kind of pat that in with my finger. That is really pretty. I love how well thought out these colors were when she designed these new shades, especially for this you know, time of the year. I love this. I don't own too many Bobbi Brown cream shadows. I only own mostly like 4 or 3 of her, I think it's like 3 of her matte shades. So I'm really excited to add these 2 colors to my collection. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna use my Chanel, what is this called? The eyeshadow liner Kohl in number 15, which is called, does this have a name? Contour Marron. So it's just number 15. That's just, I'm not gonna try to sit here and pretend like I can pronounce French. So I'm gonna apply this to the top lash line. I'm gonna try to stay as close to the lash line as possible, and I'm only doing half. And then I'm gonna get my Cosmetics smudger brush, and I'm going to diffuse that. I want to see how these shadow sticks play with other products. I'm gonna diffuse it. I want to give this kind of like a blown out look. Now let's do the same thing to the other eye. We're just smudging it out, diffusing it. And you don't have to use the specific liner. If you have the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner, this is the same shade. Okay, this one came out just a little bit darker than the other side. I may have applied too much. Okay, I may have applied too much. I may have to fix this side. One side still looks darker. Right, I guess I'm gonna have to make this side darker because there's no going back now. sometimes this happens. The real life of a YouTuber. Sometimes you make mistakes and you gotta work with it. All right, so far it works well with other shades because it's not disturbing and or lifting the shadow stick. So that's a good thing. Now let's go ahead and apply some mascara. Oh, and I'll do this off camera, not to bore you. I'm also gonna apply some of my Merit brow gel. So let me tell you what I did off camera. I applied some of my Chanel eyelash primer with the Le Volume de Chanel mascara in Teint Noir, which is just the black one. These are samples that I've been using. And then I applied some of my Merit eyebrow gel, and this is in the color brown. And then for lips, I went ahead and I applied my Rouge Allure Velvet Chanel lipstick in number 62 Libre. This is a velvet matte finish, so I applied that all over the lid. And then I went in with a Chanel lip gloss in number 808, which is this really pretty bronze, metallic bronze color. Let me swatch it for you guys. So there it is. And if you can't find this specific color, Melted Honey is also a good alternative for this one, because I know that these have been out of stock for a really long time. And they better not be reformulating this product, because I will lose my mind. I really will. The wrath that will come to this channel, and it's gonna be big if they mess with my favorite lip gloss formula. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, okay? I digress. But anyways, this is what I applied on the lips, and then let me just give you a final up close look of the eyeshadow. I did get some mascara on my bottom lash line. Sometimes that happens. But I just think these two colors are super easy. This is a super quick look for the summer. I think they blend really easily with each other, and they are, let me get my hair out of the way. And they are just shades that are comparable with each other. They work amazing together. And guys, once they set, it definitely sets down to a matte finish, and there's no tackiness, so it completely dries down. And it's there to stay. I mean, I assume so, right? Because they're supposed to be long wear cream shadows. Now let's talk about really quick my overall thoughts of that bronzer and this whole face situation. I really love the bronzer. The bronzer dries down to, it doesn't stay tacky. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. Before I applied the setting powder, it had already dried down to a very soft, I would say like a satin, not a matte finish, like a satin finish, and it wasn't tacky. I cannot work with tacky products, products that don't dry down, because the setting powder always sticks to the product. It doesn't matter if you stipple it. When, for me, my combination oily skin, I think just aggravates any like dewy cream products, so I tend to stay away from those. But this has just as good of a finish as the original formula, and it dries down the exact same way. The other one was the same, but it is beautiful. I do like a very subtle bronze, because I like to give you looks that you can actually wear out and about, and in real life not many people wear like those deep contoured bronze faces. That's like, you know, like it's not like an Instagram or YouTube look. I kind of want to bring you something a little bit more realistic and easy, a look that you can wear to work if you want to, or anywhere. But this is really pretty. I love this. I love the bronzer. I'm glad I picked it up. However, this is like a first impressions video because this is the first time I've used this new formula, so we'll see. You know, I'll do like a roundup video letting you know what I think about this. You'll see me using this in other videos, so just stay tuned. If you haven't tried the Chanel Ultra Le Teint foundation, run, do not walk, because this is an amazing product. And I've even heard from other YouTubers and friends of mine who have normal skin tones, like dry to normal, that they love this foundation as well. Now, I'm assuming that skincare is key, like prepping your face before, but they absolutely love this foundation. That pretty much completes the thoughts and my overall like first impressions of these new products I used. Again, the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks did not disappoint. I mean, I had really high hopes. I just didn't know how you can make something that was already good better, but she did. And I love the emollients and kind of cooling effect that these shadow sticks have. I don't get that same effect with the matte ones, which is the only ones that I've owned so far. So it's really nice to have that kind of effect, especially during these hot summer months. But this is a quick little video just using the new Chanel bronzer and the new Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.